All right, it is early May, and we are doing the second round of CDT vaccine for these March-born kids. I get two of them. I'm not going to talk about Clostridium perfringens today or the vaccines. That would probably merit a whole multi-part video series just on that topic. What I did want to talk about today was my working chute system. This is what I found that I've worked. It's not too dissimilar from what I've used basically my entire life with both sheep and goats. And I'm using the building here as kind of the staging pen. So everybody that's left to do is back in there. And then this is the crowding pen. They get brought into here, into the crowding pen. And then when they're in here, then they move up into the chute. We process a chute load at a time. It's a guillotine gate. I've made other videos showing that guillotine gate. And we will have a part 2 of this video where I show, it's just going to be a recording of me actually running some goats through. So, what was I going to say? All this stuff is homemade, and also I'm a one-man show. So this is set up so it's easy for me to do as one person. If I had regular help, this would probably be set up a bit different. One of the things I will say is back here in the crowding pen, I don't really focus on trying to drive them in there. I just focus on trying to drive them out of up here and get them moving and get some momentum. So when they come down here, they go on in. Kind of a buds box principle. If you've ever seen a buds box before, keep them moving, keep the movement going. Same basic idea. This is not a buds box at all, but uses a similar principle. At least if you use it right. This is a little slam gate here. This is because I have to go back and forth because I have to load the chute and I have to come back over here and do whatever. Got this stretch feed trough. I don't feed grain anymore, but I keep this one here because it's a handy little table. When they come in here, close that gate behind them. They got this sliding gate in front here. And, I get does and kids in here. The does aren't getting nothing today. It's just the kids getting a shot. And I do have to kind of dig around sometimes to find the kids. They'll try to hide under the does or get squished a little bit, get stepped on, stuff like that. I've never had one get seriously injured. Again, been doing this a long time. But they'll act like they're dying, but they're fine. And I'm giving the shots, and I don't, again, I've been doing this a long time. I don't grab and pull the skin out and stick the needle in. I can hit it at the right angle and get a subcutaneous shot, 99 times out of 100, just because I've done this so much. So, these tops do fold down, which is handy. I don't always use that. It just depends on what I'm doing, but it is handy, especially when you're got to grab a kid out of there or something. Will say I try not to leave the tops down because some of the older does will attempt to jump when that top is down to get out of there. The next stage here is a little sorting gate. It's chained up right now, but this folds over that way so you can divert goats out this way or have them go straight. So when we're weaning, stuff like that, that's how we do that. And then the next part here is a tilt table / squeeze chute. Almost never use it, but it is handy when you do need it. So again, all this is homemade, so that's just a pipe clamp right there, welded on there. And you got these brackets here so you can open up these panels. And go ahead and tilt it. Show what that looks like. You can buy tilt tables like this from a variety of different places, and Seidel makes one. Several other companies do. Some people make their own, like me. There's nothing too special or unique about my own here, other than it was a lot cheaper than buying one. That being said, I almost never use it. Really, really pretty rare. I don't trim hooves anymore, not regularly anyway. On a rare occasion, somebody gets real nasty, I'll trim their hooves, but most of what this gets used for is actually a scale. So this is free floating over here. It doesn't touch. These two pieces don't touch. And we got 2 scale bars under there. You can see the plugs, and we got a head unit that we can plug into it. And that's pretty handy for a scale. And then of course you got these sliding gates here. And if we want to, most of the time with the working chute, mine's only 6 foot, the actual working chute portion. Most of the time it's a lot longer than that. Usually it's like 8-foot sections, and then usually 2 of them, so 16 foot total. Again, one-man show. I find 6 foot works just fine for me. But if I do want to have more space for something, just get a whole bunch of goats in here at one time, I can open all this up and kind of use this as an extended part of the working chute. So yeah, I said there'll be a second part video where I actually show putting goats through it a couple of times. You know, when you watch that video, what I would say, you know, consider the alternatives, which is, you know, hiring kids to come and catch goats individually, I guess, or something. This works just fine. Been doing it a number of years now, exactly like this with this exact same setup, and been using similar setups my entire life. So I've been pretty happy with it. Not for everybody. If you got a better system that you already like, you know, keep using that. But this works pretty well for me.